So I'm thinking about how enlightened artists are, right? So listen, them dudes, bro, they go through the most shit, right? Like, they go through a lot of shit. I mean, listen to the lifestyle that they be going through, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying all of them live in that, but you can tell. You know what I'm saying? When when you can feel yourself, you can feel others. You feel what I'm saying? Them niggas go through it. And you see, Buddha always talked about what? Suffering. And all dudes do is suffer. I mean, them dudes go through a lot, but they also experience the highest life. You see what I'm saying? When you're at your lowest, like I told you, as a child, when your brainwaves is that low, they're very childlike. When you got them lower brainwaves, you also live in the highest. You are at your highest. To be childlike is to be the most high. Now you see why they say, oh, I'm God. I'm like this, I'm like that. Because they understand that. You know what I'm saying? They feel that. They be saying, oh, I'm immortal, I'm this and I'm that. And I know to y'all, it might just be like, oh, they just talking. You know what I'm saying? But no. That ego's immortal. You feel me? It has reincarnated many, many times, through and through again. And I can tell, like, and you know what got me big on, like, rappers? Was when I watched Young Thug's interview with Big Boy. Now, that was probably the greatest interview of all time. Because I'm over here watching him. And this is what got me into flow state. Like, this is what got me. I was not big on it until then. In other words, finding myself until I saw Young Thug. Then I was like, I need me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm watching the interview and he like this the whole time, just moving like a snake. You feel me? And the thing about him is, you can tell he's moving separately while still with the world around him. Like, he has his own axis, and you can watch the world like move around him. It's incredible. It is. If you have not seen that interview, I highly recommend you do. And just observe everything he does. Everything he says is like unconscious. He just in flow. It's just like he reacts. He's able to react instantly. When he calls himself a super genius, he's not joking, bro. He is not joking. When he say he can see through people, he is not joking. That is not a joke. See what I'm saying? Y'all gotta think about this. Like Juice WRLD, bro. A good song by Juice WRLD to listen to in context to this is Red Moonlight. That song is big Snow Leopard energy, and I have a whole series coming about animals and shit. I'm just gonna be like talking about animal spirits. That goes big into shamanism and stuff like that, because the Snow Leopard corresponds to the red moon, really the blue moon, but they're one and the same. There's two polarities, but they're one and the same. And the whole song is talking about being with his demons, conquering them and shit like that, and then third eye, all this shit. And he talking about all that, like spitting it, like potions. I mean, he really getting wicked. You know what I'm saying? Like when you say he howled at the moon, that is not a joke. But the Snow Leopard is all about conquering your demons, conquering yourself. It also goes into the vampire. You know what I'm saying? The Snow Leopard is it also connects to Buddhism. For those who think vampires ain't, I got a whole thing about vampires coming too. And that goes into a lot of rappers. You know what I'm saying? They be fiending to kill somebody. You know what I'm saying? Talking about blood. They be like, I want blood, I want this, I want that, bro. It's connected to something. It come from somewhere, bro. You know it come from somewhere, and I got something. But you gotta think about it, bro. All the drugs that they take, the ones that can handle it. You see, shamans is real drug addicts. Shamans is junkies. Whether you want to accept that or not, the people who live the highest life, which can't be bought by money, are junkies. You see what I'm saying? And by money, I mean like paper money. You know what I'm saying? Real currency is electricity, is power. You see what I'm saying? They're really electric. So there still is a payment, but it's not what you think. But it very much is. You feel what I'm saying? As above, so below shit. But shamans is real junkies. The ones who can see in the dark. And Juice WRLD is always talking about, he literally talked about seeing the light in the dark. Like in a couple of songs. But alchemical shit. Future literally said, like I said in one of my other videos, turning mud. If you can't turn mud into diamonds, you can't feel my pain. If you can't become perfect out of nothing, you can't feel me. You know what I'm saying? I be thinking he's just talking. But shamans, back to the shamans, like anything's a drug. First of all, let's get that straight. Anything that causes a chemical change within you is a drug. Air is a drug. Water is a drug. Bananas, oranges is a drug by definition. Food is a drug. Look how you act when you're starving. Look how people act. They will kill somebody to get that high. See what I'm saying? Because you use it to sustain your frequency, to sustain a certain frequency. That's what, no difference than smoking. No different. So stop looking at people like that. But it's the ones, but like I was saying, you have to be able to navigate this shit, right? Like the reason why you see some shamans, they'll get like a rattlesnake and have it bite them. Some people die, some don't. But the ones that don't die are able to navigate the darkness. They're able to navigate within themselves. They're able to channel that shit and give it a direction and let it go out. Remember how Iroh was talking about in Avatar? You can't let the lightning pass through your heart. You can't let it touch your heart. You know what I'm saying? In other words, when you're channeling something, you have to know how to navigate yourself. Iroh really knows self and knows how he learned it from water bending, and the inside is water, fluid, blood. You know what I'm saying? And water conducts electricity really well. And he was able to move that shit through in and out of his body. And he talked about the breath. The breath. Breath. I'm not gonna talk about breath work in this video because that goes into Molly, and I want to save that one because I got some shit, bro. I got a lot of drug talks. Like, I have a lot of videos coming because I literally have done more drugs than I can count on my hands, and I have learned a great experience from each and every one of them. And Molly is by far number one. So, so I will, not by far, but she's up there. You feel me? But I got you. I got y'all on them talks. So I feel like you're gonna really like them because I got some light to shed on every single one of them, including tobacco. Love tobacco, but love with tobacco, and wine. So I talk about them. But these rappers, right? They get so high. They always talk. Trippy be talking about his story out like crazy. Juice WRLD be talking about it. I don't know if Young Thug be talking about, but he know it. He know it. You know what I'm saying? It's obvious he know it. You feel me? That nigga more than know than anybody. Uzi know it. Cardi knows it. You know what I'm saying? They know all about that. Not to the degree that like they should, but I'm gonna go into that. Well, I'm not gonna say that. They know the degree that they should within their lifetime. You feel what I'm saying? Just like everybody. Not everybody's supposed to be like this. You feel me? Otherwise, there'll be no point in other people existing. It would be just me. You feel what I'm saying? But it'd be boring. Not everyone can be the red Lego piece. Someone has to be the black one on that side of the structure to build the castle. You feel me? But they're all equal. Just, you know, look different, do different shit, talk different, walk different. But at the end of the day, they're all one. They're all one of a whole. But these rappers, like I was saying, like, bro, and think about it. They always talk about vibrations. I'm feeling the vibration. Tell them about snakes, the kundalini, the soul. You know what I'm saying? That's what that is. They feeling the vibrations. They feeling all. They can feel so much. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, rappers are sensitive, but not like pussy sensitive. You know what I'm saying? Like, a snake is the most sensitive creature on the planet, but they're not pussy. Like I told you, an anaconda will wrap around you, or a constrictor. I don't know. They think they would do the same thing, but a constrictor will wrap around you, crush you, feeling all your bones cold. They can feel everything going on inside of you. You remember I told you a cobra can feel a vibration halfway across the earth. Think an anaconda can't feel your bones breaking, boy. They feel everything. They probably feel it more than you. Like, dead ass, because they more in tune with themselves. You ain't felt you a day in your life. You real? But anyway, y'all gotta think about like the places that they go to when they the ones that can handle these drugs, the ones that know how to channel them and use them and not have the drugs just use them.
Oh, hey,
you know what I'm saying? I'm kind of making a video right now.
Actually, what are you doing?
I'm making a video.
For who?
For my. Can I continue the video?
A 9-minute video?
Can I? Okay, I'm gonna have to. I forgot what I was saying, bro. I was saying something like these rappers and the drugs. Okay, the ones that can stay on top of the drugs, right? The places that they visit. There's a reason why they keep taking them, and they're like, no, I'm gonna keep doing it regardless of how it makes me feel, because it's like what you're doing is certain temples. I need to make a video on this too. Different temples, different bodies require different things to uphold the frequency. Like, in other words, uphold a lifestyle. They're upholding a lifestyle through these drugs. Like, someone will literally say, without these drugs, I am nothing. Without them, I don't exist. I call myself saying that. See what I'm saying? Because that's how I pull myself here. That's how I pull myself down. That's how I make myself real. Like, it's like, even like people would hear that, but then it's like, bro, you have gods that literally smoke and drink constantly. And that's all that they, like, that's all they want. That's all they need. Because that's, like, the god of death, the most powerful one, is a smoker, is the heaviest smoker and the heaviest drinker. See what I'm saying? I forgot his name. Am I thinking about Papa Legba? I think that might be him. And I think in Africa, I don't know. I might be wrong. I'm not really good. I don't study him like that. I just study myself. Like this host body, but I'll have to look into that. But y'all forget, like, gods do drugs like crazy, like fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? You just don't think that. You know what I mean? You just don't think that they do, because you don't know what a god really is. A god is just you, but better. It's just a better version of you. You know what I'm saying? And their God is someone who can live in reality, who can cope with it. You feel what I mean? That's all that is. And these guys cope. Who's better at coping with reality than these niggas? Who's better at living in the moment than them? God's living in the moment. They live now. You see what I'm saying? Like, they understand that the moment is all that there is. You feel me? So, and I be hearing the stuff that they talk about. Like, I literally watch these. I literally watch the rappers, right? And I'm like, I told my friend, I said, they're like sleeper agents, bro. I said, I can tell how, like, you know, people purposely hold themselves back to learn their lesson in this lifetime and pass on. I'm like, I will literally watch them do this. I'm like, there's no way in hell they are that high and don't know everything. You see what I'm saying? There's no, I mean, every time I think I fully understand a rapper, I get to an even higher consciousness. Like, when I broke down, like, I articulated Nirvana perfectly to someone. He was like, nigga, that's Buddha, when I said that shit. And I got y'all on that one. You know whose consciousness I was experiencing at the same time? Young thugs. Young fucking thugs. You see what I'm saying? I was feeling him at the same time. And I was like, bro, this is what it's like to be him all the time. I said, dude, no wonder he talk like that. You know, like, in order to freestyle the way that they do, that you have to know yourself to such a high degree, and that's what enlightenment is. You are fully who you are right now, who you're supposed to be in this lifetime. These rappers have reached enlightenment. Just not the time. It's not the kind that you're thinking. Now, there are 3 degrees of enlightenment. This is a concept that I've come up with, and now we'll be breaking down. And these rappers have, from what I can tell, have reached the second one. They have reached the second one. They're fully here in the flesh. You see what I'm saying? That's why they would move the way they do, talk the way they talk, say I'm invincible and shit like that. Because I told you, invincibility has nothing to do with like what your skin is and shit like that. No, it's your awareness. If you are aware of so much shit, there's nothing you could do to me. Because I'm always ready. Prep time. Big bad man. You feel me? But hold up. Is that a sneeze? Ah, you pussied out. But yeah. And you know, like, one of my friends, bro, this dude, so like, I be talking, I be like, damn, bro, nigga, on timing. He make beats, he produces and shit. He real fire. And the way he be talking, bro, man, if me and him made a video together, that would be crazy. Like, if we made a podcast, that'd be crazy. But that's not him. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That man be, hey, that man own it. You know what I'm saying? He put me on shit. I'm my teachers. You know what I'm saying? We be putting each other on. We teach each other all the time. But because he in tune with it, he understands what, like, how to get through life. And that's what it is. When you are fully enlightened, like, not fully second degree enlightened, you know what it takes, like, to get through this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you're you. And, like, you can't get through life if you aren't here, if you aren't yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you're not you, who are you? Where are you? What are you doing? Nothing. Feel what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, like, you rappers get a bad rep. Y'all forget, bro. Shamans is murderers. I be telling y'all that, but you killers. You know what I'm saying? Big killers. They love to show off. You know what I'm saying? The jury's a thing. People just disrespect that, like the Egyptians wasn't covered in it. But I told y'all it's a frequency thing, not a money thing necessarily. Like y'all, like, you thinking. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're upholding a lifestyle. A frequency and a lifestyle is the same thing, a vibration. When you notice how you go around certain people, like, you be like, oh, this type of person is just like this other person. They do the same thing. See what I'm saying? They talk the same way. They got the same amount of money. You know, it's shit like that. You feel me? They're upholding a lifestyle because that is a vibration, a frequency, a state of being, consciousness, however you want to put it. It's all the same shit. And these rappers get that and they're like, no, I need my drugs. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Shamans are the same way. They smoke. They take psychedelics. I told y'all, Buddhism and LSD was connected. They take psychedelics. They do all that shit. If you think they don't, you're delusional. You're absolutely delusional. There's no other way to uplift this flesh, unless you're someone like my friend, my other friend, who's real good with his mind. Like, well, obviously everyone like good with their mind, but just internal, external. He's more of like in here. Like, he gonna retreat inwards, to, you know, to uplift himself. But I'll be finding mine out. You feel me? Because I was already in. I spent so many years in isolation. I'm out. You feel me? So I'm out and about. I'm finding, you know, I'm going to these other temples to find myself, because I'm in all these temples. They give off my same frequency, so I pull them. I'm attracted to them. They're attracted to me. We're able to talk. He's down the third. But he does all that from strictly in here. But at the same time, All is mind, so it's the same shit. You feel me? The same shit, different ways of doing it. Hope you got what I'm saying when I said that, but yeah, bro. So that's me. Stop disrespecting these rappers. Stop disrespecting people. You know what I'm saying? Just because you understand something. How about you seek to understand something? You know what I'm saying? Like, just seek to understand instead of just dismissing, being dismissive. Crazy is dismissive. See what I'm saying? Even though I still say crazy, something it's crazy. But you know what I'm saying? That's a whole other thing. But don't be dismissive, bro. Like, seek to understand someone, bro. Because when you do that, you're seeking to understand a part of you. When you dismiss, you're dismissing yourself. You feel me? That's not natural. And also think about this. These rappers go inwards. You know what I'm saying? They go into their mind, to the unseen. Is music not unseen? So you must go into the unseen to project the unseen. If you've never been in tune, if you've never been in the unseen, if you don't constantly live in the unseen, how could you reflect that? You see what I'm saying? Constantly, like the way that they do. Constantly in flow, constantly able to speak. Even though they can do it sober too, because they've been in it so long, so it just kind of stays there. But after a while, you start to like leave. See what I'm saying? That's where the withdrawals come from, because now you're getting out your body. Now you're leaving. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have your tools, if you don't have the offerings that your temple requires, the God will leave. You go to the temple, and you start feeling, let's say you build a temple for Buddha, but you bring a bunch of shit for Papa Legba, you're gonna have Papa Legba. You're not gonna have Buddha. You feel what I'm saying? It's gonna be shit like that. Like if one rapper started doing the same drugs as another rapper do, but these two dudes are like a country dude, and you got like someone that makes electro music. They might do some similar drugs, but their lifestyles are not the same. You know, they're eating different. Most of them more likely they're smoking different stuff. They're drinking different stuff. You feel what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, there's a commonality between them because they both understand I'm doing what I do, you're doing what you do. See what I'm saying? So we are one, but still independent. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, so that's me. I'll holler at you.